All right, guys, here's another continuation on my truck update stuff. These are some new parts that I got for the truck. I recently did a video talking about the spun catalytic converters, and I also mentioned that I got some new mufflers and tailpipes, so that's what I want to show and talk about a little bit in this video. I was very torn as to what to get. I did spend a couple weeks watching pretty much every YouTube video that exists on mufflers, exhaust systems, all kinds of stuff. And ultimately, I decided on getting these. These are Flowmaster Super 10s. These are, I believe, a single chamber muffler. They're very, very small. All right, so it's going to be easy to mount, as well as the truck right now has side pipes. Okay, so the exhaust comes out before the rear axle, and I want to keep that look, and I want to keep the system short like that. But I also want to. They're coming like here's the back tire. They're coming straight out in front of the rear tires. I want to have it come out a little bit closer to the front end by the cab, but come out on a 45. In other words, here's the tailpipe coming out right now. I want it to come out like this, okay, just for the look that I'm going for. So having the smaller parts will definitely give me more room to use what's already there, because I have a 2.5-inch exhaust right now, and I thought about upgrading to a 3-inch. It's really not necessary. It's basically plug and play. I can't do any welding myself, so I'm gonna have to bring it to a mechanic for this. But they should be able to use the existing piping that's there. These parts will need to be, of course, welded in. There's no bolt and clamp kind of deals here. The cats will need to be welded, as well as the mufflers and the tailpipes. All right, so big welding job here. That's another thing, a whole different discussion. But in the last video I talked about this kind of stuff. I was saying that if I can go back, the one thing I would have done was learn more about cars and stuff. Here's another tip for all the youth out there. Tools. Start collecting tools. Every tool you can possibly get your hand on, start a collection, because the more tools you have, the more capable you are of doing projects yourself. I would love nothing more than to put my truck on a lift by myself and weld this stuff in by myself. It's just not going to happen. I don't have the tools, the resources. Working on your vehicles yourself does ensure that basically what work was done, that it's going to be done properly. And if it doesn't get done properly, you have no one to blame except for yourself. Anyway, I'm not going to go into a whole tangent about that kind of stuff, but tools, very, very important to have tools, whether you're a man or a woman. Buy tools so you can work on things yourself and not rely on other people and pay an exorbitant amount of money to people to do simple jobs. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of welding going on. But I did get the Super 10s. These are the smallest and the most aggressive sounding muffler in the Flowmaster series. Again, watching tons and tons of videos, not only on trucks, but on cars and stuff. This is what I ultimately decided to get. I don't know if I'm going to regret it, if it's going to be just too loud. The truck right now has a very aggressive sounding exhaust system, okay? And that is with standard catalytic converters, okay? Standard mufflers. And that's it. There's no pipes or anything on the end. Just the exhaust goes right out, 2.5-inch. That's just because of the engine. You know what I mean? That's the sound that the engine is giving. It's a natural sound. I don't necessarily want to make it like extra loud. What I really want to do is kind of fine tune the tone. You know what I mean? In other words, right now I have a nice loud exhaust system. That's great and everything, but I want more of a grumble. I want more of a throaty sound. You know what I mean? None of this is necessary, by the way. This is all just for my enjoyment. That's it. I love driving the truck right now. This will just make me a little extra happy. You know what I mean? Just one of those things. A lot of what I did with the truck thus far was for functionality. You know what I mean? I have to make sure that it is going to function properly. This is purely entertainment. This is purely personal enjoyment. And of course, there's nothing wrong with that. Why not? I love my truck, and it's going to bring the enjoyment factor up just a smidge more. So yes, it's going to be extremely loud. It's going to be extremely aggressive. The one thing I am concerned about, which actually my father brought up because I was talking about this stuff with him, because he has he used to have a Harley. Now he has a Honda, beautiful bike. Maybe I'll do a video on that in the future if you guys are interested in motorcycle stuff. But he got some shorties. I think it was Vance and Hines shorties for his Harley. And where I live, he also lived in the area years ago. And with the local police, they had a little bit of a problem with the noise and stuff. So my only real concern is being pulled over for being too loud. It's very much a real thing. Anyone who puts these massive exhaust systems on their car, they probably ran into that experience. It really depends on where you live and your situation. Am I going to go out and do burnouts down my street at 5 in the morning? No. Okay. I don't feel like any of my neighbors are going to call the cops on me, because of the disturbing experience they have with my loud truck. I don't feel like that's an issue. It doesn't mean I'm not just going to happen to be passing a cop somewhere and he decides that he's bored and wants to pull me over and give me crap for having a loud exhaust, but I'll have to cross that road when the time comes. You know what I mean? So that's my only real concern with this setup, is that it will be loud enough to have a little bit of harassment from the local police. But we will see. That remains to be seen. And of course, if that does happen, you will certainly know about it, because I'll make videos about it. So yes, I'm going to have the MagnaFlow spun catalytic converters that are going to go into these Flowmaster Super 10s. All right, and then the tailpipe, I have, these are 18-inch long. It's a 2.5 in to a 4-inch out. And of course they're slant cut. And I did go with powder coated black because the truck is all blacked out. Kind of thought about getting chrome. I decided not to. I just wanted to go black. So there you go. So I got big, fat diameter pipes. And like I said, I do want this on a 45, and they still will be coming out of the side of the truck before the rear axle. So that is the setup I have. It's a little Flowmaster, little MagnaFlow, little combination. Couldn't really decide which company. I mean, it's just preference, I think. Some people are Flowmaster fans, some people are MagnaFlow fans. Some people don't like either company and they like other stuff. But yeah, that's what I've decided to do. So if you guys have Super 10s out there, let me know what kind of vehicle you have them on. Let me know your experience with them. Are you happy with them? Are you not happy with them? I do understand that droning is a possible issue. The videos I saw, a lot of people said that like the Super 40s and Super 44s actually had a little bit more problems with droning than the Super 10s when they're doing like highway speeds, 65, 70. I don't really know. I know this is going to be a great throaty idle. I know it's going to be really loud, when I'm accelerating. We will see. A couple things to consider here. I don't have to do long trips with this truck. In fact, most of my driving is short distance driving. Okay, so I'm not going to have to sit on the highway for 2 hours listening to this exhaust. That's a big consideration. Okay, you wouldn't put something, I think, this aggressive on a commuter vehicle, especially something you have to get up early and drive around. So I'm going to be driving reasonable times during the day. I'm not going to be driving too late most of the time. Not going to be driving too early. So I don't think, public disturbance calls are going to be an issue. But I don't really know. We'll see what happens. So that's all. Love your feedback on the exhaust. Do you think I did good? Are you excited for me? Do you can't wait to hear what the truck sounds like? I will do videos in the future. I don't know exactly when I'm going to have this stuff put on. It might be a while. I might get impatient. I don't really know. But you will see in the future, I'll do a before and after the exhaust videos, because I know a lot of people like that kind of stuff too. So that's all. If you're not into this whole, truck car stuff, don't worry. More knives on the way, and plenty of other things as well. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Looking forward to the comments and the feedback, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you soon.